Investigators in Champaign County have now identified human remains that were found outside Thomasboro in 1995. It was a process that took more than 25 years worth of work. Fox Illinois' Evan Hensley tells us how authorities were able to identify the woman's remains.
Investigators have identified those human remains as Carrie Lynn Wyatt. Wyatt's body was found out here in the cornfield just outside Thomasboro back in May of 1995.
It's a lot more difficult to find anybody who knew her, right? And especially because it's been 25 years ago. Those who did know her may not remember her at this point.
Champaign County Sheriff Dustin Harmon says the investigation has been a long process, but technology played a major role in identifying Carrie Wyatt.
It's mostly DNA and genetics and so forth, so just with the isotopes even, that's all collected from her bones and from the body, and that's sent off to the labs.
County Coroner DUANE Northrup says that the tissue gathered from her remains was a game changer. Those samples were shared with a massive database.
They send their own samples in to be tested to find out heritage and other family members and so forth. So the process basically entails putting Jane Doe's DNA into that same system and looking for possible hits.
That's where the genealogists come into picture to make connections.
The genealogy detectives, the people who study and work with genealogy, they then start to build those family trees from that comparison, and they make the connection back to the relatives of Jane Doe.
It's been a long process, but still has a ways to go.
The hardest part for us is everything takes time. DNA is not a quick process. As you're probably aware, we started this genetic process in DNA and isotope testing almost a year ago to the day.
Investigators are still looking into this as a homicide, but they have not identified what they believed led up to her death. That's why they need the help from you, the public, anybody who may have known Wyatt back in the day, to come forward and try to point them in the right direction. Reporting in Thomasboro, I'm Evan Hensley. Back to you.